Hey, I hate this. Well, hello there. Now, we need to talk about something because I am going to the Texas NARBC Expo this weekend. And that's going to be awesome. So there will be a video following this one of that. But before I go, I must of course prep all of my animals, prep the reptile room, all of these things for my pet sitter to make things as seamless and stress-free as possible. So we're gonna kind of walk through all the different steps that I will be taking to do that. You're gonna want to clean up your space just to make it easy for whoever it is that is willing to watch your animals. Clean the enclosures too. Don't leave poops for them to deal with. Check water bowls, clean any that look like they might need it. Refresh water as necessary. The toads are the worst, I swear. Matilda's looks fine. Yahtzees could use a refresh. And then let's look at the silver. Oh, that one needs to be cleaned. Pappy, you got any poops for me? You got any poops, dearie? How about your water? How's your water? You need a refresh on water. Here we go. Her pooping corner, so for those that don't know, leopard geckos pick one spot to poop. She picks all the way back here, which is the least convenient, so I don't know how I'm gonna film this. Also make sure to water plants. You can always instruct your pet sitter to water plants as well, but I feel like it never hurts to just make sure they at least get one watering before you leave. This is Yahtzee's enclosure. I don't think you guys have met her yet. She is a extreme red Conda hognose. We've got a Sildor. I put a fern in there. It is not doing so hot, but the Hoya is doing pretty good so far. I've got Matilda out, checking on everything. He says, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna water your plants, dude. Ugh. Pump sprayer. Excuse me, sir. Now I have instructed my pet sitter to water this enclosure, that enclosure, that enclosure, and that enclosure. The rest of them I'm not too worried about in terms of live plants. Sorry, Meeps. Another thing I've done is made a chart detailing each and every pet that they will be in charge of checking on. It talks about feeding schedules, what they would be eating, how often, supplementation. So for some of mine, they get a particular supplement as opposed to what everyone else gets type thing, you know. We've got hydration, so if they have a fogger or a mister or if, you know, whatever. Any special notes, and then if any of them are on medication, I've got all of that listed as well. Those are always good things to make clear. If you do have an animal who takes a medication, make sure that you walk through with the pet sitter how to administer, how to restrain the animal if needed, all those good things. If you have any special feeding instructions, so for example, Disco, she's sleeping right now, she is an absolute pig and will eat anything and everything in her path that moves. So I had to put that detail in her notes, to watch your fingers and don't overfeed her. And her partner in there, her boyfriend Game Boy, is a slower eater. He's not like a bad eater, he's just not as, I don't know, ravenous as she is. So I just wanted to put in the notes to separate them for feeding time so that they both get equal opportunity to eat the correct amount. So stuff like that. If you have any special feeding notes like, Matilda only eats mealworms or something, that's not true, but that would be an example. If, let's say, I have an animal that needs its prey to move in a very particular way, I'm looking at you, Yahtzee. Or if they have to be put in a feeding container in order to eat, I'm also looking at you. You know, if you've got a picky animal, put those in the notes or talk over it with your pet sitter. Yeah, I don't know.
Hi, Stinky baby. She's not actually stinky. No, she's a good puppy. You gonna help me wash water bowls? You gonna help me wash? Oh boy, okay, all right. Stop.
You use multiple different feeders and multiple different sizes of feeders. It doesn't, good grief, Lucy. It helps to label the size and the feeder. So I've got small crickets, I've got mealworms, I've got roaches. You're gonna wanna label all that. See? That was a terrible throw, I apologize. You're going to want to feed your feeders. I'm going to make them up some of the Repashy Bug Burger to go in there for all of these guys. Make sure your pet sitter knows where to get more feeders if they run out and what sizes to buy. That's important. They're already eating.
Yummy, tasty, thank you. Thank you.
Lucy, you want some bug burger?
You want bug burger? Do you? Ooh.
The thing you can do is meal prep for things like blue tongue skinks, like Davenport. I've pre-made him some little dinosaur nuggets out of the Repashy Bluey buffet, and he gobbles these guys right up, so I can just pack these up in the fridge and then they'll be good to go for my pet sitter. Another way to meal prep for insectivores is to make up little snack packs of pre-organized by size feeders. So I've got my crickets organized by size already, but I don't organize my roach colonies. Just because they're breeding colonies, they are all together in one. So I've separated out some nymph discoid roaches. I don't have very many though, but it's something. I've got some like smallish medium dubias, and then I've got just regular mealworms, just so that the pet sitter doesn't have to dig around looking for the correct size. So I'll have these as an option. I also have butterworms that I will have available for them to use, and then I've got my crickets. So they should, overall, they should have a good variety. They should be good to go for a weekend. Yet another thing you can do to help keep track is sticky notes. So for example, if you have specific days that you want them fed on, you can leave notes. If you want ones ignored for feeding, you can leave a note for that. Sticky notes are your friend because they are easily seen as a nice little reminder of what needs to be done when. Right along with cleaning, it never hurts to empty out the trash before you leave. If you have your own reptile room, that is, which I do. So I'm going to empty that. Extra precautionary step you can take is putting together like an emergency kit or like a first aid kit. Some of the things that I like to have on hand is a travel bin. This will fit almost any of my animals. The only one that it wouldn't fit in there is Davenport, but I do have larger bins for him. Betadine. I highly recommend having this on hand. It's an iodine solution. You water it down to dilute it, and it's a disinfectant. That's very important. I also have chlorhexidine. I have more of it than just this, but this is like an easy little guy. I have syringes and pipettes for, let's say I need to administer medication, or let's say one of them isn't eating and losing weight or dehydrated or something. That's a great way, the pipette especially, to administer fluids. You can also mix together something like grub pie, syringe feed it, so it's like a liquidy food supplement that can help put weight back on. I've got gloves in case of any kind of open wounds so you don't accidentally touch something. I also have silver sulfadiazine, I believe that's how you pronounce it, on hand for wound treatment. It's just, you know, having stuff on hand so that your pet sitter won't feel completely helpless. Should an emergency arise, you can walk them through what product to use and how. And the transport bin is, of course, if they needed to, let's say, go to the vet, some way to safely transport your animal to emergency services. Okay, well, I think I'm ready to go. I've got feeders. I fed the feeders. Everyone's water is checked and good. Foggers are filled. Poops are cleaned. The room is cleaned. The chart is made. Sticky notes left. Pet sitter knows about feeding schedule, supplements, feeding sizes. They know about the meal prep. Ooh, one thing you could do, it's not 100% necessary, but you could, is have spare bulbs on hand, which I do have spare halogen bulbs. But I don't have spare UVB if one of those goes out. But I leave tomorrow morning really early, so it's too late for any of that. I think I've done everything that I can think to do. Let me know in the comments what you do to prep for going out of town, or just like going away for a few days when you have a bunch of reptiles. Let me know what you do, how you prep, how you feel ready. Yeah. Let me know, guys. I don't think this is a very long video. I actually haven't edited it yet, so I don't know yet, but it is what it is. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And how do I want to sign this off? Thank you for watching, and may all your expos be interesting.